Trogdor was an assassin. She was a dragon assassin. Or maybe she was just a dragon. But she was still Trogdor! Trogdor! Burninating the country. Burninating the peasants. Burninating the peoples. And their thatched roof cottages! Trogdor! She was a dragon. The Trogdor dragon or something. And now she gonna kill Diablo. With her fists of fury, feet. Cause she is also an assassin who kicks stuff. And she is Trogdor! Trogdor! Oh. Oh, so sorry, I didn't see you there. Hi. This is my assassin build. Let's get into it. So this is my assassin build. It's a triple proc assassin. We are running Rift, which was the start of the build. And then I was like, it'd be really ridiculous. Because I know riftsins are a thing. They're out there. They do their stuff. They have fun. But I was like, what if I spent the most amount I possibly could of all my in-game wealth to make Rift Dragon Phoenix build? And so, this is Rift Dragon Phoenix Assassin. She's a dragon. A dragon. Anyway, so those are the three main pieces of the build. We have Rift, which does the Tornado and Frozen Orb on attack and strike. We have the Dragon, which does the level 15 Hydra on strike. Also gives you Holy Fire Aura, which is nice, especially when you're running people through normal, because everything just dies. And then Phoenix, which gives you Firestorm on striking. It gives you Redemption Aura, which is nice for farming Neil attack, and also gives you Healy Heals and Manas. Reduces enemy fire resist, all sorts of good stuff. And then, yeah, pretty much basic riftsin after that. We've got Nightwing's Veil. We have High Lord's Wrath. We have, these are my rare boots, because resists are hard to cap on this build. So I have these rare boots for resists, basically, and, the run walk and garbage MF. Raven Frost Ring for Cannot Be Frozen and the attack rating, which is chef's kiss. And then Bullcathos Sweating Band for the lifesteal, the one all levels, and then Death Knuckle Gauntlets. These are my rare 220s with a little bit of Mana Steel and resists, because again, resists are hard. I'm actually wearing String of Ears right now because I was doing Ubers and I forgot to swap it out. Let's go over to my stash and we'll see what actually goes on here. So normally I will be wearing Arachnid Mesh for that other +1 to skills, because with this, and this, and then my skillers here, we've got 1 skiller with life, and then 4 skillers with 12% faster hit recovery. These are important to hit the 48% faster hit recovery breakpoint. So with all of those, we hit our level 36 Dragon Talon, which gives us 7 kicks. And, some people will say going above 5 kicks locks you in place for too long. I don't feel like that's really the case, generally speaking. As long as I have good movement management and everything, I'm fine. And with the faster hit recovery, I rarely ever get stun locked or anything like that, so I don't feel like it's a problem. You could always drop a couple of levels. You could easily run Drax instead of these, or Laying of Hands instead of these. The problem with Drax is there's no attack speed on it. I feel like I'm partially getting ahead of myself, but we've gone over the basics of the build. Oh yeah, and then, Torch, I have 20/20 because lots of strength for this, and lots of resists, for not dying. And then Annihilus also is a big part. This is a big part of getting those skills up. Obviously, you don't need the Annihilus. The Torch is easy to get, a cheap Assassin Torch. You don't need a 20/20. But yeah, those are also a part of getting up to that level 36 Dragon Talon. And then the rest of my charms are legit just resists. Just resists and life. And a little bit of strength to, again, hit the massive 208 required strength for these boots. So yeah, other options though. So if you didn't want to wear these, you could easily wear an Andariel's Visage, which with a 15% increased attack speed to give you 35%, plus this 20 gets you to that 55% attack speed breakpoint, so you don't need these guys. And that can be a much more survivable build if you feel like you need it. I don't, unless I'm doing Ubers, I don't feel the need to run that. And then, yeah, in the Nightwing's Veil, by the way, you do want to socket in a 15% increased attack speed. I have a 1539 jewel, but you don't need the 39 ED. You just need the 15% increased attack speed to hit that 55% breakpoint. I'm a little scattered about this, but important breakpoints. Level 36 for your Dragon Talon. You want to hit that. That gives you 7 kicks. More kicks equal more procs, equal more fun. Then 55% increased attack speed. So I have 15 here, 20 here, 20 here. I'm no mathematician, but I'm pretty sure that's 55. So if you're not going to hit 20% on your gloves, which you can either hit with Laying of Hands, that's another budget option, or rare ones. I'm trying to craft currently a double life leech with 220 and some resists and crushing blow. Here's another one that I have that has a little bit of MF on it. It has lifesteal instead of mana. So options there. Mara's Kaleidoscope is another possibility. So let's say I have this instead. Then I can throw Mara's on here instead and get more resists that way. So that gives me the 55% increased attack speed that I need. There's kind of a lot of ways to finagle this around. The problem is Andariel's, if you look at my resists here, I'm not quite capped. I like to be capped. So yeah, let's take a look at our character sheet here. So we've got pretty good chance to hit. This could be better. Why is my resist low? What happened? What did I do? Oh, Mars Kaleidoscope in there instead of this. Sorry. So let's see. Yeah. So fire resist is capped at 85. My lightning resist is capped at 85. My cold is, you know, a measly 75. And then poison resist, I'm not overly worried about. The nice thing about being capped on all these resists is all the absorb that we're getting from our gear. And then also when you're doing Ubers, throw this bad boy on there. And I can get that other point going. But we also get lightning absorb, which is really, really nice for killing Mephisto. So I will... Oh, look what I did. I'm dumb. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Okay. All right. We're back. We're back. We're back. I'm back. Yeah, so where was I? This is a really, really well-organized video. I hope you can tell. I spent a lot of time on it. So that's the basic setup, right? This is just what I do when I'm farming or running keys or killing cows. This is my setup. Let's look at the Merc setup, which doesn't change no matter what I'm doing. We have Fortitude. We have Infinity in an Eth Colossus Volge. We have Andariel's Visage with a 38% increase or enhanced damage jewel. Pretty basic setup. I mean, expensive AF, but basic. Because we like to lower the resists. So, this is my basic setup. All of these skillers, and then all of my resist charms. Now, when I'm farming Ubers... There we go, see? I didn't drop my potions this time, guys. Are you proud of me? Be proud of me. This is my setup when I am farming Ubers. Because I take off my 220 gloves to get Drax for the life tap. But with the 35% increased attack speed on Andariel's and the 20 on High Lords, I'm still hitting my 55% break point. Unfortunately, in order to truly cap out all my resists, well, I don't actually cap fire with this, but I switch my spirit. Oh, and yeah, also on my offhand, I have Call to Arms and Spirit for debuffs. But I switch out my Spirit into my shield for Ubers. This caps my Lightning at 90, my Cold at 75, and my Poison resistance at 85. My Fire is not capped, but it's really not important to cap it. Because, I mean, I could, right? Like, I could take out a couple of these and put in some all resists, or, you know, it's not super important to cap the fire resist, honestly, because Diablo doesn't do enough damage to worry about. The other thing is, once I kill Mephisto, I take off that and put on String of Ears for the damage reduction and the lifesteal, just for extra survivability. So yeah, that's the Uber set. Oh, I forgot. This is the other part of the equation for Ubers. I put this on for the Crushing Blow and the Open Wounds. So I have 35% Open Wounds, and then the 10% or 15% Crushing Blow, which is really nice. Deadly Strike does, unfortunately, nothing for my kicks. It's just a fun little stat that sits there. You could also use Goblin Toes. You just want to make sure to up your boots all the way so that you're getting the most out of your kick damage. Not that your kick damage is what we're scaling, but, you know, the more damage, the better. And then all I do is I shift around some of my charms to hit my caps when I'm wearing all these. And I can do that just by swapping a few of these guys out. I just have some extra, yeah, lightning resist, and that. So if I swap those out for some poison and some of the cold charms, I hit cap on cold, lightning, and poison. So I fear no man or woman. I'm talking about you, Lilith. You jerk. So that's basically the build. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I know it was all over the place a little bit. So some budget options. Let's say you don't want to, you know, spend a Sir Low here and a Vex Low Jaw here, because so you could easily run Headhunter's Glory with 3/5/5 or whatever you can get your hands on, cold or fire. But if you're not running Dragon or Phoenix, obviously run the cold. And yeah, so you want the 15%. You could run something like this. Let's just pretend that this has all my facets in it. I'm still getting those. I mean, I may as well just socket that in there right now. So I'm going to get 2 more of those bad boys. So I still have the 15, 20, 20, 55, and then we have this. And then instead of this, you could run Skin of Viper Magi. You could run a Fortitude if you can afford it. Although if you're affording a Fortitude, you could probably also afford the Dragon, but the Fortitude will be easier. You could also run Chains of Honor. The Fortitude is nice, though, because off-weapon ED is big for scaling the kicks, and that's pretty much the only way to scale the kicks, because on-weapon ED does nothing, which is why Rift doesn't really matter that it doesn't have any to speak of. And then the main other thing you really care about is your attack rating in terms of that. What am I forgetting anything? Hi, future Ishvail here, reminding my dumb past self that Treachery would probably be the best budget option, as it's an assassin chest rude word thing, and it's good. It does good things, and it's pretty budget. It's just a lem is the most expensive thing in it. I'm dumb. I should have said. No, I don't think so. Yeah, so that would be a more budget option. I don't think I have a skin. I mean, here, let's put on an Alders. Oh, I have no strength. So let's say this is our more budget option, right? I mean, BK is not super expensive. Ravenfrost isn't super expensive. High Lords isn't super expensive. These are a little expensive, but let's just pretend. Look, we're a budget setup now. Look, I'm still pretty capped. With a little bit of work, I could be super capped. Oh, I did forget to go over my skills. We'll do that in just a moment, but let's show you what budget version looks like. And this isn't even finished. Like, it really doesn't matter. This is fine. Everything's fine. Right? It's not quite as fun, in my mind, as, you know, every single skill in the game being vomited out. But it's still cool. This is just your basic riftsin, right? Although, like I said, I would recommend using, like, Skin of the Viper Magi or something. Obviously, don't use alders. Why would you use alders? It doesn't make any sense. You're not a druid. You're an assassin. But that's that. Let's... Oh, I can't put those on until I do things. Let's reset. Let's get everything back to where it should be. There we go. There we go. There we go. There you go. Okay. Right? That's all my stuff? Yeah. See, so capped. Okay, let's go over skills. 37? What? What's happening? What happened? Why am I over? Oh, because I just did the battle orders, or battle command. That'll go away after a bit. Okay. So, martial arts. These are the only 2 skill points that matter at all. 20 points in Dragon Talon, 20 points in Burst of Speed. The rest is entirely up to you. I do recommend putting 20 points in Venom, because every little bit of damage helps. And then I also put 20 points into my Lightning Sentry, because that gives me every single element, so nothing is immune to me. I do physical damage, I do poison damage, I do fire damage, I do cold damage, I do poison damage. Did I say poison damage? I do lightning damage. I do damage. I do lots of damage. So this is what it looks like on basic mobs with my actual setup. And see, like, you just vomit everything out onto the screen. I'm the council, I'm a sorceress, I'm a wind druid. I'm Batman. Like, I'm a lightning sork. I mean, if you wanted, you could also... I forget what the rune word is, but there's a rune word for the chest that shoots out the holy bolt from Paladin. But that didn't seem as fun to me as being a dragon. So I'm a dragon. But I'm also a Hydra and a sorceress. Also Batman. And yeah, you just poop out every spell in the game on your enemies. They all die. You pick up full rejuve potions for when you go run Ubers. Unless you're like super lazy, and I guess you could buy them off people, but why do that? Yeah, and that's the build. Yeah, normally in my belt I run health pots, mana pots, and town portals. That way I don't have to take up space with the town portals tome, so I can get more resists. Down in my inventory, I could obviously get some better charms. You know, with like life and other things on top of the resists. But that's really expensive, and I've already spent so much on this build. I've spent so much. Pretty much everything I had. Yeah, that's the build. Did I go over all the skills? I went over the skills. Yeah, Dragon Talon. I get this so I can teleport. I like to put all my points, my leftover points, in a Shadow Master because she's nice. But again, like you don't have to do any of this. You could go more into traps and like get your synergies for the Lightning Sentry and bump those up and make Lightning Sentry do a lot more damage. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it does enough. Past me forgot to mention, don't get Death Sentry, because your Phoenix Shield eats corpses. So you can't use them. So don't do that. You can change up your gear a lot. Like, the gear is really flexible. You can go for the more budget version. Yeah, you can just have fun with riftsin and turn it into a triple Procsin. That's the video, I think. I'll leave you with me IDing some torches and getting super disappointed at what I get. Okay, bye! Do the first torch, and it is... Okay, I mean, I already have a 2020, but that's fine. We'll... Oh. Okay. Okay. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? What the fuck? What the fuck? Drag.